Welcome back to episode 3 of my vain Let's Play. Before we get stuck in, here's a 60-second roundup of what happened last time. Of course, in episode 1 we ended up cowering in a corner in Bowen Hill Park. Well, in episode 2, straight away we headed off for the shop to try and find some drink, set off a car alarm and had to hotfoot it out of there. Then we happened to fall upon Saranac's school, which we thought, hey, surely that'll have some sort of drink or at least some money to use in vending machines, which were still mysteriously on in the school. Maybe there's a generator. But no, we couldn't find a drink, and we couldn't find any dollars on any zombies to help us out in terms of vending machines either. Then we popped to the hardware store, hoping to find hardware. We found one mini sledge, but we did find drink, so we are still okay and we're good to go, before we turned our attention to the ambulance station. We had a skirmish, or several, with zombies, but managed to stay alive, and in that ambulance is where we're going to start off today. Right, here we are, episode 3, and we are in early access. We're starting it off having to deal with the fact that at the end of the last episodes we were in a bit of a pickle. We also appear to have an infection, but we are sutured, which will hopefully help us. We are losing health quite aggressively, so let's try and make it beyond this episode. I think that'll be a good start. You know more than me at this point. Oh, soldering iron. Got to take that. Let's try our best to find something to help us out with that wound. We might actually have to take something off of our own back. We not have any bandages. Oh my goodness. Of course, the world has reset. So we are in a bit of a new world, really, for us. The advantage of the early access. Let's peek outside. Oh wow, we've still got quite a few friends, and we are going to absolutely have to take at least one of them out to try and help us out. Uh-oh. And a sprinter straight off the bat. We've got a deep wound, we're losing health. Okay, right. Let's be quick here. Tear into bandage. Let's do that a couple of times. There we go. Okay, and let's get back in there, I think. Somewhat quick would be good. Okay, right, let's... We're sutured already. Okay, we're still losing health. Probably because we're infected. However, that deep wound is starting to heal. Oh my goodness, what a start. Let's, of course, we can't get into the ambulance. This is the fun of the world resetting on us, I think. We're really thirsty and we're really dirty. Let's try and tackle that a little bit. What have we got? We've got that, but we can use... No, that's not got enough fluid in it. Okay. Let's drink a little bit of this. Let's drink some soda. Hope that helps us out a little bit. Is there any way out of here that might have cloth scrap? It's not really going to be overly helpful at the moment. Oh. Anything in the bin? Oh my goodness. This is going to be horrific. We've got power. Interesting. We didn't have power before. The ambulance is hopping. I'm not entirely sure why it's hopping, but it is hopping. And that deep wound is not getting any better for us. Come on. The infection. I hope it's not the infection, but we are infected, and we are dirty, and we're overheating. Okay. antidepressants. Let's take those. That'll help us, I'm sure. Deep wound. Okay. We are gonna have to start doing something with these Zeds. Okay, we're gaining health. Okay, let's see if we can get rid of these. Okay, health is going in the right way. Just about. Okay, we've got a lot of sort of glitchiness happening on the top left. I'm not entirely sure why that is. Let's put it down to having inherited conditions as we've opened up this save. Because obviously I have imported this save from the demo. To try and keep us going with a bit of continuity. Okay. Really, there's no way of getting into the front of this. And those zombies are making a bit of a racket. Okay, so let's put some gloves on. Let's help ourselves out as much as we can in terms of clothing, in terms of like body armor, all of that sort of good stuff, because we're going to need it. And then let's try and just... Oh, okay, we've got a sprinter. Okay, good. Oh, me being attacked seems to have fixed the little bit of glitching we had at the top left, so that's good news. In a strange way. Okay, exerted. Health still going in the right way. We're in a lot of pain. I think we've got to keep on getting bandages at the moment. And what I was really hoping to do was, obviously, to try and get us into that ambulance to start us off. But the RNG gods have laughed at us once again and have said absolutely not. The good news is that we seem to have reset the world, and we've reset the world in a very generous way. I don't know how, because I've copied the same game across, but we will take it. There appears to be some power. There's even beef patties, which I mean, can you put a beef patty in a microwave? I mean, we could try. It's powered. Out of habit, I always back away from microwaves now. You've seen some of my other videos. You may well know why that is. Okay. So the positives are that the world setting seems to be kind to us. Very, very kind to us by the looks of it. So there is hope for us still, despite the initial really rough looking start that we've had. Just starting the save in that way was not exactly ideal. And maybe we should learn from that, right? Maybe we need to learn that at the end of the episode, let's not just leave us with these horrific wounds and hope for the best. Because, you know, it's not done as overly well. And now we're finding money. Which, look, I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. I'm telling you I'm not bitter, which means I'm not bitter, right? Because I keep on saying it, so that means that it's okay. But it does now mean that, look, you know those things that we were really struggling to find last time? How many do you want? Anyone who hasn't watched episode 2 will be accusing us of lying. But yeah, in episode 2 we really struggled for drink. So we're peckish. We could do with a bit of food. I have put those beef. I need to remember I put those beef patties in the microwave. I'm not entirely sure that that's going to do anything. We've got some lockpicks. That could be amazing, right? We don't need batteries. We've got so many batteries on us. It's untrue. Now, do I waste a lockpick on it? I mean, we've got to try it, right? Oh, oh dear. Oh dear. You know how we really needed to get into the ambulance, and that's... Oh dear. Brilliant. And then you just do it like that. Okay. Alright. Well, it's fine. We got in there. We've still got lockpicking. Well, one lockpick. Oh gosh. Hello, friend. Love this pan. I love the pan. I love the sound that the pan makes. We've got more drink. Cool. Awesome. Okay. Should we? Probably not, but are we? Yes. Oh my goodness, thank you. Oh, more lockpicks. That's amazing. Okay, look. Things are looking up. I get it. It's easy to look at the top left and think we're in a pretty bad spot. But things, I think, are looking up. Let's see if we can get into the ambulance now. There's nothing else for us to loot here, I don't think. I think we've checked everything. Apart from those, but we aren't going to be able to get in then. Let's try and get the ambulance going. And if we can do this, then arguably exactly what I thought would happen at the start of this. Okay, we've got hypothermia. That could be a problem. I was just about to say that we were on track and we were on plan. That bit isn't exactly on plan. Let's see if we can... Oh gosh, please start, because we could really do with the warmth of the ambulance. Oh gosh, we're just damaging it at this point. Yeah, okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, believe. Maybe it needs you to like and subscribe to the video, and then it'll work. Oh my... Well, it's really awkward, actually, if you didn't like and subscribe at that point, and it still worked. So, you know, hey-ho. Maybe it's me saying it that got it to work. So I'm dehydrated. I've got hypothermia. But we have got an ambulance, which I think is great news. Let's maybe have a look at the heating bit. Heater set to hot. Currently hot. Which is interesting, because the hypothermia thing is interesting, because I thought our conditions said that we were quite warm. But maybe they didn't. Let's have a look. Let's see what's going on. Breaking down, dehydrated. Yeah, okay. Well, let's have a drink. A lot of drink. Drink that. Drink that. Drink that. Okay. Stimulated. Still got hypothermia, and our thirst is going up. But the health is going up. The hypothermia is concerning, but maybe that's because we're damp. Okay. Let's hop in here. Let's hop in this house. Let's clear this house out. Let's have a wash. Let's try and dry ourselves. And then we'll see what's up. I mean, the pop settings certainly haven't got any better, have they? So they've carried across, which... Got another deep wound, haven't I? Great. Okay. Alright, well. Let's quickly sort that deep wound out. Needle and thread, bandage. It's the glass on that door. Oh. Still gaining health. Still breaking down, still dehydrated, still tired. But the power's on, so maybe the water's on. If we can just get this lady to leave us alone. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, we've got scratches. My goodness. There's some enthusiastic zombies today. Like, really enthusiastic. Really not in a good spot, are we? Right. Oh my goodness, we've got drink. Okay. I'm starting to think that maybe the change from early access into the full game Oh, of course. It makes sense. Have we slept? Like, did we sleep at all yet in this playthrough? Maybe that's why we're in such a troublesome situation. It would kind of make sense, because I don't recall us doing much sleeping. And by much sleeping, I think this is the thing is, you know, this is... We do this for fun, and then we never sleep, which is a bit of a problem. So, we're going to sleep. That's what we're going to do. Let's clear the house out. Let's get some sleep going. Hello. Oh dear. Okay, right. There we go. We're in the house. Stay away from the broken glass. You're down. You're not very well. Okay. We are very exerted, which makes sense because we're so tired. I think that's a sprinter behind the crawler. So I'm trying not to overexert myself, but I could be wrong. Oh gosh! Go on, Pam. Yes! Call me Peter. Okay, right. Where's a bed? Let's just find a bed, and let's just acknowledge that we are where we are. Okay, there's no door on that bedroom, which makes me slightly nervous. Do we have a choice? Probably not. Right. Let's get some sleep. Oh. And let's hope that that's going to do as well. 12 hours of sleep. Funnily enough, it's one of the things that I didn't put in my hints and tips video was to sleep, because I thought that was pretty obvious. Which is a bit of an indictment for me, isn't it? Do you know what we absolutely should have done, by the way, is we should have gone back into the hardware store and re-looted it, because the loot settings seem to have reset themselves and seem to be being quite nice to us. Hypothermia is still a bit of an issue for us, but we are wet, so how do we fix being wet, do you reckon? We need a towel. Dehydrated. We're really not in a good spot. Drink, drink, drink. Very wet. Okay, right, okay. Let's have a think about this. So, have a look at our stats. Look where we are. Oh my goodness, we've got hypothermia because we're hot. I didn't know that was a thing. Is that a thing? Let's take them off. Let's just take stuff off. Let's get naked. No, we don't want to get naked, but maybe it's the stuff like the hat. Is it because we're too hot? Oh, okay. Okay. You can get hypothermia for being hot? Or not? Well, at the moment, yes, apparently you can. Let's not drink. That explains the thirst. That explains the exertion. That explains a lot. We're very dirty, and we are wet. And it explains the wetness, because it's sweat. Okay. Wetness. Is wetness a word? I'm not entirely sure. Let's have a wash in the shower. That is going to make me quite wet, but... Towel? Towel somewhere? Oh, gosh. Oh, dear. Okay. I think he wants to say hello. Towel. Dry ourselves. Wet towel. Oh, we're slightly damp. Okay, we can deal with that. He's not happy because he can't get over that counter. Our very hot is still very hot. How do we stop being so hot? I'm gonna have to do it, aren't I? Okay, alright. There you go. You've all got what you wanted. Got a man in his pants. And that lighting is really not doing you any favours. Oh, well. Okay. Good. What a hectic start. I'm gonna hold my hands up and I'm gonna say this was not the plan. Gonna be honest. Sort of thought we'd just sort of drive off into the sunset. Maybe not quite into the sunset. And go and find some of the new map. Because obviously early access, we got access to more areas of the map. And then I thought we were just, yeah, that was it. Easy street, right? No. No, it's never easy street. We don't want a marshmallow. We've got phones. We don't really need a map. We've got so much stuff on it is untrue. Staple gun. We kind of got to take a staple gun because we might need that for some of our crafting stuff. Heavy staples we will take. Scissors are useful. Have I already got a load of scissors though? Nope. Okay. Pliers. Take some duct tape. Playing Zomboid that makes me want to take duct tape, I think. Binoculars. Amazing. Schematic. We can make them. Brake pad will be useful in the future. Not yet. Whiskey. I'd say no to a bit of whiskey. And, okay. If the shower cap wasn't the placeholder, we'd be taking the shower cap, just as an FYI. But as it is, we won't. Comic book, that might help us out. Look at us! Look at our health now. Our health has shot up. Or is, you know, still progressing in the right direction. Hunger is something that needs to be fixed. Oh my goodness, a sledgehammer. Oh gosh. We're getting everything that we sort of thought that the hardware store was going to give us, but never did. Let's see if there's some food that's like rotten. Okay, it's not great. Water. Oh, do you know what? Sometimes you've got to have lows to be able to enjoy the highs, and maybe that's what the last episode was the lows, so that we can enjoy the high of all of this wonderful stuff that we're getting. I'm just going to eat marmalade. We're hungry. We kind of need to do that. Hot chocolate, chicken broth. We could make some rice, but another pan. I'm going to leave that behind. Canned tomatoes. Really shouldn't eat them because we might need to prioritise those for our actual bakery sweets. Yes. Our actual base, so canned stuff we'll try and keep hold of. I think it's useful to keep hold of. We'll eat loads of like the fresh stuff. So anything that is fresh food, we will absolutely gobble up. We don't need a lot. Magic toy 8 ball. I mean, we have got that, and it did lie to us last episode. Let's ask it a question. Because I sort of feel like it needs to be fate, right? Should we go back to the hardware store? Oh. Reply hazy. Try again. Should we go back to the hardware store? Signs point to yes. I mean, look. We got to take it. We got to take it. Let's go to the hardware store. Another schematic for a lighter. I mean, that would help us with our temperature issue. Wearing a skirt. Whether we want to admit that or not, don't know. But okay, I think we should be going back to the hardware store. We've still got our combat pack on. We've still got our boots on. Let's whap a skirt on because that's got to be fine in terms of temperature. That makes us hot, then we're in trouble. Let's do some more drinking because heat exhaustion obviously messed us up in terms of drinking. And then what I think we're going to do is hop back into the ambulance. We should probably try and unlock it fully. That would probably be a good shout, actually. Let's do that whilst we're here, and whilst I've got lockpicks that I have not wasted, because that's always a risk. I thought those shelves weren't open before. I thought we had to lockpick them, but they are open. Okay, cool. Okay, fine. Okay. Right, we're gonna hop back to the hardware store. It's only 7:45 a.m. So we're going to do that, and then I think we're going to head off in a different direction. I'm not that bothered about the school. The idea of going to the school yesterday, is that a ramp? Sort of feels like we've got to do that. The idea of going to the school in the last episode was obviously to try and get some drinks sorted out. I think now that we've done that, we don't necessarily need to go and do it. And at this point, we're just obeying the 8-ball. The 8-ball said, come here. Okay. Thank you, 8-ball. Nope. 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 Well, there you go. Why do we trust the 8-ball? Why did we trust the 8-ball? We will. We'll save that for another day. Don't trust the 8-ball. Okay. Interesting. We can't go this way. But what is this down here? Is this... Oh my goodness. Look where we are. Merge, shut again. Okay, so this is going to be towards Plattsburgh. We're in Saranac. What is this? This would probably be... Ooh, the fresh foods pantry. I mean, now that the power's back, this sort of feels like something we've got to do. Oh gosh, I don't think ambulances are supposed to look quite like that. Oh dear. Yep, so now that we've got power back, if this place is full of fresh food, then we've got to take it, right? Oh, this is so much better when we're not exerted. Who'd have thought that sleeping would be a good thing? Oh my goodness, you came out of nowhere. I knew you came out of that door, but you suddenly broke it down. My gosh. Right, come on. What sort of culinary delights can we see in here? ATM. ATM, and the ATM is on. Baguette. Absolutely, we will take a baguette. Let's keep an eye. Ice cream? Yeah, let's just eat that now. Drink some soda. May as well, I mean, yeah, let's not be completely crazy. Eat a plum, fresh plum. Let's do it. Stimulated, we're good to go. Apple, amazing. Produce, oh my, that's a whole chocolate cake. I am here for that. This game is speaking to me. That, how many of those are sprinters, do you reckon? Hello. Oh boy. Okay. There we go. I knew there'd be a couple of sprinters in there. Hello. One by one. Okay. Okay. Exerted, but we can take these. We can take these. I've got a horrible feeling that this is where all the food was. But we can sort these out. God, his beard is positively glowing. You can hear more out there. Yeah, okay. That's a walker. Spent. Okay. Got to really start thinking about energy conservation. Okay, we took a scratch then. All of their heads are popping off. Good. Oh, wow. Thank you very much. Right. We're calm and we're composed. Toilets. Not really any food in a toilet. I don't even know why I'm opening them. Hello. Right, let's go through here. Now this. Oh my goodness, what have we got? Mac and cheese. Oh my goodness. Okay. I like this place. This was worthwhile coming. It's in the wrong direction for us. Really doesn't help us out. But in terms of food and stuff, it does. Now that we keep on getting that infection sign, and it keeps on changing its mind. I don't know if you keep on noticing it up here, but this is suggesting that scratches are infected. But we had that before, and they were okay. And then it goes, and like the health bar's not going down. So I'm going to work on the assumption that we're all right. Have we got stuff like an oven dish already? Let's use the search, find out. No, okay. So we should probably be getting stuff like that. when we find a place to call home. Cooking oil we'll need, but based on these loot settings, I'm not going to prioritise it. Because these loot settings seem to be a lot kinder to us. These sprinters, like there is a lot of sprinters going on here. Hello. I know I set the settings up for sprinters, but oh my goodness, there seems to be a lot of them. Right, hungry. Still hungry. I feel like I've just gobbled my way through loads of food here, but we will eat more. We don't need to be shy in terms of food at the moment. Potato seeds, happy days, we'll take them. Should we withdraw some? Yeah, going. I don't know why I was going to search for direct debit then. That is fantastic, brilliant. $5. How generous. Insufficient funds as well. Unless that was just... Yeah, no, insufficient funds, okay. Hello there. Right. We've got them heading vaguely in our direction. I like the ambulance, which has now become clean. I like the ambulance. I think we should keep the ambulance. Let's start heading up towards Dannemora. I think that, yeah, let's go and explore a bit of the newer bits of the map. It would be really cool to base somewhere around Chasey Lake, maybe. I'm thinking in terms of fishing. I'm thinking sort of late game. But let's go and have a look up in Dannemora. So the way we need to go is back on the road left, and then we need to go right. And I will forget that, inevitably. But let's take our little ambulance. And go and have a look at some of the new parts of the map. Yes, I'm seeing the temptation too. But I like the ambulance. That alarm is still going off, by the way. That is absolutely crazy. Right, was it here that we needed to turn right? No, a little bit further on. Cool. Alright. Told you I'd forget. If you are enjoying this, it would mean the world to me if you could pop down and give me a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much in advance. I also enjoy responding to all the comments. So if there's something you want to say or some feedback or something you think we should be doing in these Let's Plays, then hop down in the comments down below. Get involved. I reply to all the comments that I get. And I sort of like the idea of having a bit of a vein community. The idea of maybe we do some multiplayer stuff. All of that sort of good stuff. Because I really like this game. I think it's a really, really solid game. It's got some fun stuff, right? It's got some fun stuff. But I think in general, it's really enjoyable. Really good fun. Of course, one thing that's not going to help that hypothermia was that I did set that to hot. Let's turn that off. Whereabouts are we? Now that is almost surrounded by fence, which could have been a decentish base location. Houses there. Not even at Dannemora yet. Okay. I felt like episode 2 was packed with drama. I sort of thought that this was going to be a bit more chill. What a lie that turned out to be. What's up here? Let's go and explore this. Okay. Alright. Some sort of waste transfer stations. Alright. We'll have a nosy. Don't go jumping in those piles of rubble, guys, unless you've got your shoes on. Speaking of which, have I got shoes on? I left my shoes on. Yes. Okay, good. Shall we? Let's try and put another layer on. So cautious now. After the what we'll call as the heat incident, where I was far too hot. Okay. let's go and have a peek inside these if I can. There we go. Ah, do you know what? This is going to be amazing for anything that we're going to need for crafting. The amount of rubber that we're going to get from that. Oh, okay. Don't really want to go walking through that. We can pop our way over it. Fridge. Soda. Got to take the soda. Jukebox. Another fridge on its side. Sadness. Of course it's rotten. Why wouldn't it be? Okay. Juice. Okay. Alright. This is going to be incredibly useful when we are getting into our crafting and our building stage. Because stuff like iron scraps, rubber scraps, all of that stuff you're never going to have enough of. I'm also going to explore the fact that they have added ladder noises. Oh my goodness, they've added ladder noises. I'm sorry. So the little things. It's the little things in life. Yep. I'm still not very good at going down ladders. But I got down there. We'll take some scrap whilst we're here. It'd be rude not to. I feel like I have done a typical DeadZedje thing of getting distracted by the first interesting sort of building that we see. But that's how we get to explore stuff, right? Can we get inside the shipping container? Don't know. Bottom. Shall we? Oh, a fishing rod. Fishing rod's good. That's helpful. Leaflet could be good for electrical straps if we had the right stuff. And we've got a vehicle now, which we can leave stuff in. Okay, let's take things and then see. If I move all of these things, we can't get into this shipping container. This could be words. Sad words. But words. Pop you over there. It looks like a... Yeah, it looks pretty fixed in terms of its location, doesn't it? Those doors don't look like they want to be opening yet. I'm too tired to move this. Of course I am. Am I? Can I do it now? Yes. Sadness. I'm sad. It's okay. I accept it. It's early access. Still allowed to be a little bit sad, though. Right, we're a bit stressed. It's okay. Utility buggy. Jerry can. Oh my goodness. Okay. This isn't what we need right now. I appreciate that we are getting stuff that we don't need right now. No key. Needs hot wiring. Come on. Let's do it again. Nope. Nope. Yes. And surprisingly, don't want to say this out loud, but we've not seen many of those you-know-whats around here. Those pesky things that seem to distract us. How dare they from the fun that we have. Really need to be able to play these things, by the way. I know, not a priority. Car filter. Yes. Bandages. Look, based on my track record, we always need bandages. Okay. This is shaping up to be a bit of a longer Let's Play episode. I hope you don't mind that. And I hope you're enjoying it. This is my first time experiencing the early access, so my excitement might be getting a little bit the better of me. But a longer episode, I think, is okay here and there. Right. We've looked in there. We've got lots of stuff. Not all of it useful stuff. There we go. Close that. Okay. We now know as well, this is a very, very valuable place to come for resources when we need them. There is Buck's Pond. There, Clark Hill. Is that a good place to maybe potentially go and have a look to see if there's some houses near the pond, even if it's sort of an overnight jobby? Because looking at the time now, we're getting on for midday in-game, and it might be a sensible thing for us to do to not always leave it so late to try and find somewhere that we can spend the night in. I don't need to obey traffic laws. We are in the apocalypse, and one of those benefits is that I don't need to obey traffic laws. There's a lot of little houses you see around here. I like this. It's like open road. I feel like a vehicle that wasn't an ambulance would be quite fun to go in. Oh no. But I've seen another thing, and I'm going to get distracted by it, aren't I? Dannemora, one day, we'll get there. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Oh dear. This is funny. Okay. Okay. Alright. There's a motorbike in there. I see the motorbike. I want the motorbike. But we can't get to the motorbike with my lockpicking currently at the level it's at. Okay, we will come back. Don't need to turn that off. We've got it. We'll come back to the wastewater facility. Doesn't excite me as much for some reason. Doesn't excite me as much as the waste collection facility that we were just at. Probably just more about me, doesn't it? I just like going through piles of rubbish in my spare time. I don't typically, not outside of the game world. Got distracted by the fact there's a little trail. Is that going to be more water? Yeah, possibly. But we're heading towards Dannemora. Look, I said we'd get there one day, and it looks like we might get there soon-ish. Graveyard there. Really cool. Really like the extra space in the new map. Some forest trails. Maybe that's going to be really good for hunting, actually. We could do with a bow. That would be good, because guns are scary, aren't they? In terms of how much of the undead that they're going to attract for us. Is that a nice little secluded house? Ooh. Oh, this is the turning for Dannemora. Okay. I am keeping my eyes out for a decent base location. There's a huge building over there. These houses, oh, that house is, do you know what? With these fences around them, these are properly viable options, aren't they? It's got quite a bit of fencing that needs to be added. And I have just come down a dead end. These houses, some of these houses are massive. Oh dear. Yeah, reversing. Never a strong skill. That mailbox is strong. Stronger than my attention span when it comes to driving from one place to another. Right. Let's keep on heading this way. Look, we're making good progress. Oh, yeah. Oh, my head is being turned by these houses. I see a building with an American flag, and that typically, I believe, I don't know, I'm not American, as you can tell by my accent, is like a government building, I think. Law offices, okay. Hank Heckler, lovely. Great name. There's just streets and streets of these houses. This is amazing, like the looting possibilities. Oh my god. What? Oh my goodness, this must be the prison. Look at the size of it. I've got completely distracted by the huge walls. Look at the size of it. There's so many other buildings near here as well. That's, yeah. That is insane. Yeah, that's an episode in and of itself, I think, at least. And with my ability to go from point A to point B and do things without interruption, it's probably about 10 episodes, isn't it, if we're being honest? That's huge. What have we got here? Let's have a look at this and get out and appreciate the actual full-on size of that prison. Oh, this sounds a bit busier. Look at the size of those walls. Like, that could be... There we go. Yeah, that could be a treasure trove, though. Like, the prison could be an absolute treasure trove for weapons. Which is what I'm thinking. Okay. Okay. Right, what is this warehouse? Electronics, possibly. Yeah, printer. Okay. This will be good for electronic scrap when we get to the point of needing electronic scrap for our crafting and our building. I'm not particularly in love with something like this for a base. It's not very homely. Yeah, I like a homely, you know, something with a sofa and a TV, something where we can live in and be somewhat comfortable. And like, I appreciate we could get that. Ooh, industrial driver. Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, please. We'll take that. Yeah, well, okay, yeah, we'll take that. I'm very encumbered now. Okay, this was worth it. But yeah, I like my bases to be a home. And you know, after a long day looting in the apocalypse, you kind of need that. You know, you need that. So, this is amazing. Industrial driver, welding wire, scrapped bolts. We'll take the batteries. Okay. Right, let's hop in the back of our ambulance. Let's start offloading a bit of our loot so that we're storing it and putting it to one side. Something we couldn't really do before this episode because we knew that the world was going to reset. So let's sort this by heaviest. Oh, that's quite a lot to be carrying in terms of, yeah, that. I probably don't need to be carrying multiple cast iron pans either. 2 sledgehammers on me is probably a bit much. Radio, staple, yeah, okay, alright. Look, maybe I am a bit of a hoarder. Maybe I hold my hands up to that. Just a little bit. Don't really need the alcohol on me. Gosh, there's loads of it. Milk could be good. Okay. Right. They're all getting a bit close, but let's hop in the ambulance. Let's hotwire it. Let's have a quick look at the map. We're right up here. Okay, so that's the prison. That makes a load of sense. I think what we do is we head over in this direction towards Chaseley Lake. We try and find ourselves somewhere to base up and somewhere to call home. And by the looks of it, Dannemora has got an awful lot for us to explore, which is really cool. Oh, I like this. Oh, what was I just saying about a base location? General Services Office. I like that aesthetic. Of course, I could just... It just sort of feels a bit cheaty. I mean, look, I've reversed in... Yeah, I've reversed in third person, and that's what the outcome was. So maybe I will just stick to first person. I don't think there's any major benefit. Okay, we've got a bit of a brick wall there. We've got the entrance to the prison just over there. This all looks, it kind of looks kind of nice and cottagey. Yep, it's officey. And he's just broken my door. Apologies. She has broken the door. Right. Whoa! Oh dear. Gosh, I thought she was still alive then. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. Oh, that door's gone as well. Great. Love it. There we go. Okay. Kind of like this. Kind of like this. It's that fine line between homely and not. Like there's an endearing amount of work to turn this into something that works for us. Tasers. Oh gosh. We're gonna have to do it, aren't we? We're gonna have to taser a zombie. I can honestly say I've never tasered a zombie before. I don't think I've ever tasered a zombie in any game. Whoa! He just ran away. He came back. Okay. Yeah, I like this location. I'm seeing potential. It's gonna need some reinforcements. But in terms of potential, if you're walking around this, you'd say it's got potential. With your real estate agent, or your, in the UK we just call them estate agents. I wonder why is it real estate? I'm kind of intrigued now. Does it just make it feel a little bit more authentic? Did you have a problem in the US with fake ones? I don't know. Let me know. I like this a lot. Right. Let's open. Controversially, I'm opening the garage doors. Oh. That zombie's not very happy. Okay, right. Oh. Okay. Yes. Okay, nice. Happy days. That. Okay. Another military zombie there as well. She, sorry, is, yeah. How do I describe that without getting in trouble with YouTube? I don't know if there's a way. There is, I don't know what that way is. But you're seeing it with your eyes. Whoa! What are you? Are you corrections officer? Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Right. I know that's not the priority. But roleplay, people. Roleplay. Maybe that's how we get into the prison, is we pretend to be one of them. Let's start putting some tools away. This is going to be home. Do you like it? Is it a good place to call home? Do you not like it? I like it for a lot of reasons. I think there's a lot of work to do, but I think we can turn it into a lovely little place for us. Great. It's just been a fly past, hasn't there? Yeah, the jets have just done their fly past. That's not going to help us with the amount of zombies in this area. We will take anything that you've got, which is good. Including your combat pack, just in case. Very encumbered again, but hey-ho, what's that matter? Let's do that by weight. We're not wearing those, we're not wearing those. That's good. Cool. The cake. That's what we can have to celebrate. Celebrate the fact that in episode 3 of DeadZedje's Let's Play, we found home. And I should really not celebrate these things, because you take your eye off the ball for a second and they're there, just trying to ruin it all. Those pests. They're just pests. Pesty zombies. But this, I think, is going to be home. Lots of work to do. Lots of reinforcements needing to be made. Some more doors to unlock and to unpick. Windows to fix, evidently. But this I think is going to be an awesome place to call home. Close the blinds. We can put fences up around the perimeter. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. Good place to base up. Should I consult the Magic 8 Ball? You can tell me to, but I probably won't, because, you know, it's betrayed me at every turn so far. If you've enjoyed this episode, appreciate it's a bit longer than usual, then I'd really appreciate it if you could give me a thumbs up down below. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. It's free for you, really helps me out. And equally, I want to hear from you down below. Is this a good base location? Should we call this home? And I think we need to go and do some looting around Dannemora, and then we've got to go and check out those big walls of the prison. So we're going to be busy next week too. So Monday is Let's Play days. Do not forget, I will release a Let's Play episode every single Monday. It would be great to have you there next week too. And every Wednesday, I typically release a Vane feature video, so you can check those out on the channel as well. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you next week.